Logan, an important break in the schedule for your team this week, a chance to get some rest and recharge for a big homestand here. How have you found the days in getting ready for the weekend?
They're good. I mean, we came to the rink. We worked hard every day. We had a couple days, 2 days off, and then 3 days of good hard practices. It's nice to get the rest, like you said, but it's sometimes it's tough when you don't have a game for a week and you're trying to stay in game shape. So I think the first period for us, first 5-10 minutes of tomorrow is going to be huge.
What do you take from the road trip now you've had a chance to reflect on those 6 games? Pretty strong in the last 3 of them.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, we look back at the first 3 too, and we let some points slip away, but that's the game. And I think from the second Toronto game on, I think we played our game, played better, played smarter, and I think the biggest thing is that we worked. The work ethic was there as opposed to the games in Laval. It just wasn't our games. It wasn't the way we should have played. And coming down to these last handful of games, it's a playoff push for us, and I think it's all about work for us.
So often it's said that confidence is the key to any athlete's success, and confidence seemed to be hard to find for your team playing on the road in general throughout the year. Do you gain anything from those last few games on the road to feel like maybe you've turned a bit of a corner and being able to play in tough situations?
For sure. I mean, I don't think we can change the way we play from home and on the road, but I think it is nice to be back home for a little bit and hopefully continue where we left off at home. I think we do play a good strong game at home, and teams don't want to come in here, and that was our goal from the start of the season. But when I got here, was that we wanted to be a hard team to play against, and we certainly brought that at home. But these next 2-4 games are huge for us at home.
Is there a rhythm that goes with the season in terms of getting used to being on the road for a spell and then home for a period? You seem to have really gained a comfort level with these 6-game homestands.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I think we're always just so happy to be home. We go on the road for 14 days at a time. It's a long time away from home and family. I think being able to get home for 2-3 weeks at a time is really nice. It's really relaxing, enjoyable, and it's just a different mindset, I should say. But it is nice. I love being on the road. It's a lot of fun being on the road, but it's also nice to be home for that stretch of time.
Obviously, you guys are very aware of where you are in the standings and what needs to be done to get to where you want to be. How much time is spent on that, though, really, as a group this week?
Honestly, we haven't. We know. We haven't really mentioned it. I mean, coaches didn't really mention it to us. We know it's big games. 2 of the biggest games of the year for us coming up. I believe, especially the team that we're chasing. We know. I shouldn't say we haven't really talked about it, mentioned it. We just know that they're big games for us. These are playoff games for us.
Now, as far as that goes, an interesting season series between these two teams. They've met twice. Both games have gone to a shootout. It seems like there's not much separating them. Is that what makes these even more exciting as a player to jump into?
Yeah, absolutely. And a big thing is, I think you said they both went to shootouts. We lost the last one on our own. I think that last 10 seconds or whatever, they tied it up. But I think we can carry that over. We know that we can play with these guys. We know we can beat them. We're a good team. They're also a good, fast, hard-working team. But I think it's important for us, like I said, to come out in the first 10 minutes. I mean, they haven't played just as long of a stretch as we have. So I think it's for us, it's to bring it to them in the first 10 minutes.
Is it a little bit unusual, the way the schedule works out, that you only play these guys 4 times in the year when you see most of the other teams 8 times in the division?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, honestly, I don't pay too much of attention of how it works out, but it's different. In the American League, how many times you play certain teams and how many times you don't play others. Like you don't play half the teams at all. So it is different. But I would say it's a little weird for sure. But it comes down. It's funny how it comes down to the last 15 games and we play these guys twice.
Yeah, so as far as that goes, what's your mindset on a personal level going into these games? As a veteran guy, as a leader on the team, as an offensive driving force, how do you approach these games? Any different from any other game?
No, I wouldn't say it's any different at all. I mean, the biggest thing is just to play my game, be relaxed, play hard, and try to lead the way as much as I can. Everyone in that dressing room, as I said, knows that they're big games. So I think everyone's should be ready to go. I shouldn't say they are, but they're more than likely everyone's going to be up for these games. I think it's going to be fun 2 games.
And a special night, Autism Awareness night at the rink. You'll be wearing those specialty jerseys. Funds will be raised for the St. Amant Foundation. What does it mean to be able to give back to the community in that way?
It's awesome. And it's the same thing. Like this week, we had a couple the guys went to the schools and did some readings too with kids. It means a lot to be able to, being a professional athlete and being able to help out in different ways. It's hard to speak of it. I mean, I haven't been touched by the cause personally, but I know it means so much to so many people, and it is going to be a special game. I mean, it's going to be a hard game for us. Hard fought battle. So I mean, hopefully we get a good crowd out there and support a great cause.